In today's Schrade Saturday video, we're going to take a look at another Joshua Waggoner design, the SCH 111. Another Karambit that is a little smaller than the Shasta McNasty we looked at a while back. So that's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian, and I'm a regular folk. Thanks for joining me. So, like I said, I'm a regular folk, not a knife fighter, not a martial artist, but the folks at Schrade BTI Tools were kind enough to let me pick some knives for them to send me, and one of them I picked was this SCH 111, which is a Joshua Waggoner design Karambit style knife. You may recall in another video we took a look at the larger Joshua Waggoner design, the Shasta McNasty, and honestly I think it was probably, in my mind, a little impractical. This one seems to have a lot more practicality. It is smaller, more easily concealable. It has a neck knife style sheath on it, which is pretty good, so you can wear this as a neck knife. And it is, again, I'm not a knife fighter, but this seems to be more in line with other actual tactical style, karambits that I've seen people who are knife fighters on videos and stuff use something more along the lines of this size. Not quite as aggressive and different as the Shasta McNasty. But this is a one-piece design. And I'm just going to tell you the specs here. We're going to try to do like a one-take kind of thing. I've seen a lot of people doing that instead of, me panning down and doing all these different whatever fanciness that probably doesn't look very fancy anyway, because I'm not a very fancy person, just a regular guy. So anyway, this knife features a 2.97 inch, or that is 7.54 centimeter Karambit style blade of 9 CR18 MOV steel, so pretty decent Chinese steel, with a 3.48 inch or 8.84 centimeter handle with an overall length of 6.34 inches right here overall, or 16.1 centimeters. It weighs about 2.29 ounces or 64.9 grams. And the price on this knife on Amazon at the time of this video is about 22 bucks and some change. And it comes with this thermoplastic sheath, which is a lot better than the thermoplastic sheath on the larger version, in my opinion, the Shasta McNasty. Also comes with some paracord type cording that you can use to lash this thing to different applications. So it comes with a ball chain kind of a necklace on it, so you can wear it as a neck knife. You could put the different kind of necklace on it. You could strap this in different places. I'm sure you could make something to strap it to your belt. You can actually tuck it inside your belt, and I had another viewer comment that this is one way they carry the other one, and just tie some loops to it and fasten that to your belt. So when you pull the whole thing out, and when it reaches the end of the tether, it comes loose and your sheath's hanging down and you've got your knife free. Anyway, I think compared to the other sheath, this one is an absolute home run. It's not the fanciest thing in the world, but it's miles better than the one on the Shasta McNasty, in my opinion. So, having admitted freely that I am not any sort of a tactical knife fighting martial artist kind of guy, I got to say this thing seems to be very useful. It's got the ring in it, which obviously is one of the things that makes it a Karambit, because you can put your pinky in it like this, and if you're in a knife fight or have to defend yourself with a knife, we'll say it like that, then you have a way to hang on to the knife, and that way it won't get away from you. And I think the other way you can do it is with your pointer finger through your index finger through it, and you got it this way. And so again, you can slash this way or punch this way, stab with it or whatever. And if you're in a hurry and you got to grab it, I was talking to somebody about knife fighting that I met, and that does know a lot about it. That what they like about it is that you don't have to put your finger through it. If you can at least you can grab it, and still the ring, I guess the larger area of the ring gives you kind of an anchor point where it doesn't want to slide out of your hand. So pretty good there. I know the Karambit is a very popular knife, defensive style knife, combative knife we'll call it, because what is that? They say the best defense is a good offense. But this one seems to be actually, for 25 bucks, this seems like a really good design. I like Joshua Waggoner's designs for the most part anyway. I think he's a very innovative and talented knife designer. Just I like it. What can I say? I'd hate to have somebody cut me with that. And this thing feels really, really sharp. I don't think it is shaving sharp. I mean, that would be most. I've not found too many Schrades that are, but with a ceramic rod, you can certainly get it even sharper. It feels like it's surprise, surprise, a hollow grind. But I'll have to say, this one I really like. I don't really know what kind of knife stuff to do with this, because Jack Richland with Black Scout Survival, I was watching his combative videos, which I highly recommend. He actually, I think, taught combatives in the Marine Corps, so he's the real deal. And he said he never use your defensive knife for anything. Don't cut anything with it, because you want this thing to be as sharp as possible and not have any damage to the blade. So we're not going to cut a bunch of stuff with it. But I had so much fun and was very surprised by the balance capabilities of the Shasta McNasty. You know I got to try this one, right? So let's do that, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Believe it or not, there are people, I think, who actually watch these knife videos of mine strictly for the balance testing. Now, I know you are probably somebody who tunes in for the highly scientific and technical portion of the video, but if by any chance you might enjoy the balance testing, I got to tell you, it's my favorite part of most of these reviews. So we're going to check this thing out right now. So let's just see what she does. It stuck the first time. Who would have thought? Now, it did stick like this, but it stuck. So it needs to go over a little more. Whew, we got to be careful. Let's try again. How many is that? 6 or 7 with only one miss? We're going to call this one balanced. Okay, I just thought I'd show you. I was playing around after the video was done. Had a little bounce back through the pants, through the socks, into the leg, and that's a nice little cut there. So you really got to be careful when you're playing with this balancing. You really got to be careful when you're testing the balance of these things. Okay, so the SCH 111 from Schrade, designed by Joshua Waggoner. I got to say, I like this one a whole lot more than the Shasta McNasty. Now, honestly, I like the Shasta McNasty just because I think it's cool. I don't think it's very practical, at least not for me. I think this definitely has a lot greater practicality, just because it is smaller. The sheath is much better in my opinion. It's more easily concealable, which is what you probably want with a combative style knife. And it just fits your hand better. The ring is not nearly as big. It just seems like it's a lot more functional and useful for its intended purpose, which is as a combative weapon, basically. And for 25 bucks, I know you can spend a lot more than that on a combative knife. It's probably not, it's CR steel, so it's not the best steel in the world, but it is 9CR, so it's pretty decent. And it's got a pretty good edge on it. Certainly you could probably get it a little hair popping sharper, but not bad at all. And it is, as you saw, pretty well balanced. So I'm going to give this one a 2 thumbs up. I really like this one, and I think, in my opinion, this is another great design from Joshua Waggoner, and I think his design was implemented pretty well by Schrade. So there's that, and once again, thanks to the folks at Schrade and BTI Tools for sending me this so I can show it to you. As always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week, planes or no planes. You can check out a new one by clicking right here. If you're not subscribed, please click down on the corner and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared.